Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. The conquest of Makkah, the biggest victory and triumph ever for Muslims. Ibn al-Qayyim in Zad al-Mu'ad says that the conquest of Makkah is the conquest in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted glory and exaltedness to Muslims. It saves Meccan people from the pagan Arabs, from polytheism, and it's the conquest that made all the angels and all the globe happy with splendor and glory. How this conquest started and what is the reason of it? The cause is that Khuza'a became Muslims after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made treaty with the mushriks, Al-Hudaybiyah treaty. So Quraysh and Banu Bakr tribe wanted to take revenge of this tribe because they considered them as betraying Mecca or something because they become Muslim. It's a crime for them. So they broke the treaty and they killed Khuza'a people. Amr ibn Salim goes to the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam to complain. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam intends to go and do the conquest in Mecca. Abu Sufyan ibn Harb goes to the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, rushes to Medina to ask for prolonging of the treaty and to apologize for what happened. But it was too late because Quraysh broke the treaty and gave Banu Bakr weapons and even killed secretly at night and near Kaaba, killed Khuza'a people. Quraysh feels this danger and makes a counseling council, immediate conference that, hey guys, we are in danger and so on. Abu Sufyan begged Sahaba to intercede to the Prophet Muhammad for this reconciliation, for this prolonging of the treaty, but no one gave him any time, including his daughter, who is the wife of Prophet Muhammad Habiba. She said, never sit on my furniture because you are dirty with polytheism until you become Muslim. And this of course shows the dignity of a Muslim against mushriks. Even my family, yes, my family is something, but Islam and polytheism something else. Islam tells us to take care of parents, but when they are polytheists and when they come for an evil mission like this, then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam orders Medina Muslims to prepare for this conquest and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to seal the eyes of mushriks against this coming of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this counterattack. But there was an exception. Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a wrote a letter, sent it with a woman, put it in her hair. Actually he betrayed, but later on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam forgives him because Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a attended Badr, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave all the people who attended Badr. Umar radiallahu anhu wanted to cut his jugular vein, but Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam forgives him and gives him an excuse. When he was asked, Hatib, why did you do this? He said, hey, I have a family there and that's it. I fear for my family that they will be killed or something. So this is a lesson for us. This is a lesson for us. Never judge until you see the proof. The numbers that headed towards Mecca are 10,000. It was in 8 Hijri. Al-Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib came immigrant to Islam, but he met the Sahaba, the 10,000 in his way. So he gave pledge to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he took his mule. It was a tactic, a plan from him. He took his mule and headed towards Abu Sufyan. He said to Abu Sufyan, take the mule of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and go to the Nabi and ask for forgiveness. Abu Sufyan goes to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But no, he refused to become Muslim. He just asked forgiveness, but he refused to become Muslim. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, isn't it time for you to become Muslim? Either you become Muslim or we will kill you because you did such and such to Muslims. Abu Sufyan refused. They told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Abu Sufyan likes praising, so he praised him. He said, anyone to enter the house of Abu Sufyan, he is free and he is saved and he's secured. So he liked this. He go to Mecca. He said, Prophet told me that anyone, that Prophet is coming and 10,000, you know what? Anyone to enter my house, he is saved. They said, you are stupid. How dare you say this? Shall we all of us enter your house? And then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, since he refused, he ordered to enchain Abu Sufyan in the midst of the way when all the tribes passed by, the Muslims of Medina passed by. He's asking, who are these? They are the tribe of such and such tribe. He said, I have nothing to do with them. Who are these? The tribes coming, passing by. Al-Abbas until Al-Muhajirin passed by. He said, who are these? He said, they are Makki people. Oh, mashallah, tabarakallah, numerous. And then Al-Abbas asks him, who are these? He said, they are Al-Muhajirun. He said, what do you think is this? Is An-Nubuwah, yeah? It's prophethood. And then Abu Sufyan said, yes. After this, Abu Sufyan became Muslim. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asks Al-Abbas to fetch Abu Sufyan, Umar ibn Khattab said, no, he is the enemy of Allah. Then Al-Abbas said, if he is from Adi ibn Ka'b, the tribe, your tribe, you wouldn't say this. And then Umar ibn Khattab wanted to calm Al-Abbas and said that I like your Islam better than his Islam. Al-Abbas said that Prophet likes his Islam better than your Islam. On 17th Ramadan, the Sahaba entered Makkah, and stupids wanted to fight the Muslims. They were very few, even though they wanted to fight the Muslims. So Abu Sufyan or Khalid ibn Walid kills from them 12, and then they ran away. Sahaba entered Mecca. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ broke 360 idols around Mecca and inside Mecca. If we Muslims worship Kaaba, why would Prophet Muhammad ﷺ break all statues and idols? Kaaba is not a statue. Kaaba is the masjid, is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It only unites us as a direction, because if we have many Kaabas, Muslims would direct themselves to different directions. But we have one Qibla, one Islam, one Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and one Ummah, and we are united. Alhamdulillah. And the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam reciting, وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلِ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. Falsehood is vanished and is bound to vanish, and truth has come. Truth has come and falsehood has vanished. Now imagine all the Makki people or the Meccan people are waiting for something. What are the first words that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will say? No revenge will be taken. No revenge will be taken today. The Makki people said, what will you do to us, Ya Nabi? What will you do to us? He said, اذهبوا فأنتم الطلقاء. Go, you are free now, you are free. He gave them 4 months for those bandits and rebels and mobs and stupid people. He gave them 4 months. Any counterattack, and Nabi will attack. But they didn't do anything, and Nabi forgave everyone after 4 months passed. And he forgave even the 2,000 who became Muslim after all what they did to the Prophet. Killed the Sahaba, tortured the Sahaba, transgression and aggression. But Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, اذهبوا فأنتم الطلقاء. And indeed, he's a mercy to all mankind, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam then called for someone called Uthman ibn Talha. He calls for Uthman ibn Talha, and he said, give the case to Uthman ibn Talha. خذوها خالدة تالدة لا ينزعها منكم إلا ظالم إلى يوم القيامة. No one should take it from you. The case of Kaaba was a treaty back in Jahiliyyah. No one should take it from you except an oppressor. Take it eternal. Take it Uthman ibn Talha and Al Uthman ibn Talha. The case of Kaaba. And guess what? Bilal, who was tortured with the hands of Umayyah ibn Khalaf, is now the leader of Muslims and rises on the roof of Kaaba and does adhan. After he was tortured saying Ahadun Ahad, now he will say Allahu Akbar La ilaha illallah, doing the adhan. And there is no racism in Islam. And the Nabi now, he will do a sermon. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that all kinds of usury and interest is under my foot, under my stump, including the usury of my family, Al-Abbas. And that there is no racism in Islam, no black, no white. We are all one. We are all one in Islam. Imagine after the mushrikeen confiscated and raped all the lands of the Sahaba, Prophet Muhammad says, لا تثريب اليوم يغفر الله لكم. I will say to you what Joseph said to his sons. I forgive you. Go, you are free. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam eradicates the Jahiliyyah, the ignorance days, from their minds. There is no proudness with your forefathers in Islam. There is no racism. O people, you are created from Adam. Adam is your father, and there is no superiority of a rich over a poor, or a black or a white over a black, and vice versa. No superiority with race, color, or gender, or whatever. In Islam, superiority is with the fear of Allah, and the fear of Allah is in the heart. There is no privilege in Islam for your family or yourself. There is justice. Only justice that rules. And behold of the practices of the ignorant days, there is no favoritism in Islam, and that the purpose and the aim of Islam is to protect the 5 faculties: al-aql, al-nafs, al-mal, al-deen, wal-'ird. Mind, soul, money, honor, religion. If any of this is violated, then you have the right to defend yourself. They are sacred exactly as the Makki Haram is sacred, and exactly as the month of Ramadan is sacred.